Do you hide a part of yourself from the world? Samuel, a shy librarian, kept his poetry a secret for years, paralyzed by fear. But one brave act changed everything. Watch this story to discover how daring to be seen can unlock your true potential and connect you to a world waiting to embrace you. Are you ready to find your voice? In the quiet town of Havenwood, nestled among rolling hills and ancient trees, stood the town's little library, a sanctuary of stories and whispered secrets. Samuel, the librarian, was its quiet guardian, a man more at home among the towering shelves than in the bustling world outside. To the townsfolk, Samuel was just the shy librarian, the man who could always recommend a captivating novel. Little did they know, behind his quiet demeanor, Samuel harbored a secret, a hidden passion that stirred within him like a restless sea. He was a poet. For years, Samuel poured his heart and soul onto the pages of his notebooks, each verse a reflection of his innermost thoughts and feelings. But the idea of sharing his work filled him with a paralyzing fear, an anxiety that held him captive in his own silence. Every month, the library hosted an open mic night, a cozy gathering where the townsfolk shared their talents and stories. Samuel always found an excuse to avoid attending. As a performer, his heart pounding at the mere thought of standing on that small stage. He would observe from behind a circulation desk, setting up chairs, adjusting microphones, anything to avoid the risk of exposing his soul. From that safe distance, he watched as others bared their hearts, feeling a painful mix of envy and fear. One evening, a young woman, no older than 20, took the stage, her hands trembling as she clutched a crumpled piece of paper. Her vulnerability was palpable, her honesty disarming, and the entire room held its breath. Her poem was not perfect. Some lines stumbled and the rhythm faltered, but there was a raw honesty in her words that stopped the room in silence, a truth that resonated with everyone present. Her voice trembled, but her courage was undeniable, a beacon of bravery that shone through her imperfections. When she finished, the room erupted in applause, a wave of appreciation washing over her. The host's words resonated deeply within Samuel, striking a chord he had long ignored. Thank you for being brave enough to share a piece of your heart with us. That night, Samuel lay awake, turning those words over and over in his mind. He realized his own poetry was not just ink on paper. It was a part of himself he had been hiding away. Locked away in his desk drawer, his poems might as well have been invisible, unheard melodies trapped in silence. He questioned his fears, realizing they were holding him back from true expression. The next month, with his heart pounding like thunder, Samuel did something he never thought possible. He signed up to read at the open mic night. He practiced his poems in the quiet solitude of the library, his voice barely a whisper, each word a step towards overcoming his fear. The weight of vulnerability settled heavily on his shoulders. When his name was finally called, a wave of panic washed over him. He walked to the microphone with trembling hands, his notebook clutched tightly, his vision slightly blurred. He didn't dare look at the audience, their eyes like a sea of judgment. Instead, he fixed his gaze on the pages, the familiar words, his only anchor in the storm of his anxiety. He read quietly, his voice shaky but sincere, each verse a testament to his hidden passion. The weight of his secret began to lift with every word he spoke. When he finished, there was a pause, a heavy silence that seemed to stretch on forever. Samuel braced himself for polite claps or, worse, complete indifference. But then, from the back of the room came a single, heartfelt "wow." It was followed by the warmest, most genuine applause he had ever heard. Samuel looked up, meeting not judgmental eyes or harsh critics, but kind, smiling faces, radiating warmth and acceptance. He felt a surge of gratitude. For the first time, he saw that sharing his work did not make him less. It made him real, human, and connected to the world around him. He had dared to be seen. And in doing so, he discovered he was not alone. A community of kindred spirits embraced him with open arms. From that night on, Samuel no longer hid. He continued to write, his voice growing stronger with each poem, his confidence soaring. He continued to share, his poems becoming bridges to connect with others, his vulnerability, his greatest strength. Each poem was a step towards self-acceptance, a celebration of his unique voice and perspective. Through his courage, he grew not just as a poet, but as a person, embracing his true self with open arms. And he inspired others to find their own voices, to unlock their hidden talents, and to share their stories with the world, reminding them that the bravest thing anyone can do is to be seen, to be vulnerable, and to share their authentic selves with the world. In the quiet town of Havenwood, the library became more than just a place of stories. It became a haven for hearts daring to be seen, thanks to the quiet librarian who found his voice. And so, the tale of Samuel, the shy librarian, serves as a reminder that even in the quietest of hearts, the bravest stories can be found, waiting to be shared. The end.